Okay, so we're going to talk about type 4 hypersensitivities in this video. So, whoops. Type 4 hypersensitivity. Okay, so the last three hypersensitivities, type 1, type 2, and type 3, were mediated by antibodies. Type 4 is not. So, type 4 is cell mediated, which means we're going to be looking at T lymphocytes. So no antibodies are going to be part of this. So when you hear type 4 hypersensitivity, think delayed onset. So this is going to be, getting exposed to poison ivy or poison oak. So you walk through poison ivy or poison oak, it gets on your skin and it doesn't cause a rash for about 24 to 48 hours. It's delayed. Okay. So we're talking about T helper cells and cytotoxic T cells. So when you get exposed, then you go through the whole process of activating these T helper cells and or cytotoxic T cells. So basically we have a CD4 cell or CD8 cell, which is just a naive T cell, and when it gets exposed to this thing, then they become either T helper cells or cytotoxic T cells. Okay, and they target the thing that instead of targeting the the poison, it targets the tissue that has the poison. Okay, if you're thinking about poison ivy or poison oak. Okay, and this is an allergy, so technically, not everybody is allergic or whatever you want to say to poison ivy or poison oak. Some people can walk right through either one of those and nothing happens at all. So it totally depends on you, and it's basically your body freaks out and then starts to attack the tissues that it touches. So if we've got T helper cells getting stimulated, basically T helper cells don't target tissues, but they coordinate other cells. So they coordinate cells to attack tissues. So we're talking about things like macrophages. Okay. And again, when I say delayed, the example is, poison ivy or whatever, but this is going to cause, or this is the cause for multiple sclerosis. Okay. Also, inflammatory bowel disease. Bowel disease. Okay. Cytotoxic T cells, they attack tissues. So they are going to attack the tissues themselves. So we're talking about things like type 1 diabetes, where it attacks the beta cells of the pancreas, or Hashimoto's thyroiditis, where those cells are attacking the thyroid gland. Okay, so basically, whatever happens, whether it's the T helper cells coordinating and bringing together macrophages or cytotoxic T cells doing the damage, it's basically causing inflammation and tissue damage to the tissue. So just keep in mind, type 4 hypersensitivity is delayed. It is cell mediated, so T lymphocytes, it is not antibody mediated like the other three. That's probably the main thing to remember. So delayed, again, poison ivy, poison oak is a good example. Also what do you call that? TB test. So a TB test, if you've ever had one, is basically they scrape your skin with TB and then look for that rash 48 hours later. Okay, because it's works the same way, this type 4 hypersensitivity reaction, is that's how the TB test works. So just keep those couple of things in mind, and you'll be able to get the type 4 straight from the type 3. Remember, delayed, cell-mediated T lymphocytes, okay, causing inflammation and tissue damage.